What up, kinfolk? So when I launched this channel a few years ago, one of the things I wanted to do was bring a focus to more lesser known titles or more indie titles that people might not be hearing about or people might not be paying attention to. So that's why you usually don't see me streaming much in the way of Fortnite or Fall Guys or Among Us. I mean, nothing against those games, but I like games that go off the beaten path. And one of my favorite games is Sims, particularly Sims 3. I also like Sims 4 too, but like the big problem with the game is like it's like twofold. Like on the one hand, EA takes a lot out of the base game that should have been in stuff that should have been in the base game or was in the base game of the previous one, and like then there's the excessive monetization. Like I'll show you what I mean in a second. Like if you go basically with Sims 4, if you want everything that the game has to offer, then like I mean all the stuff packs, all the theme packs, all the expansions, then you're looking at close to $500 for it. And this is with all the stuff on sale. And like you got stuff in there like cats and dogs, universities, things that should have been part of the base pack, or by now should be part of the base pack, but aren't. And they're just sticking out there so they can charge you for it. Another thing, like even after all these years, the game still doesn't have certain basic things that Sims 3 had, like the creative style feature and the open world that Sims 3 had. So naturally, I can imagine people out there looking for a substitute or a alternative, you know. So thankfully, a new developer is throwing their heads to the ring with a game called Paralives. Here is their YouTube page. Here's the Steam page. It's coming soon to Steam. It's been in development for a little over a year. He's basically posted a lot of videos here. And there's a Patreon page. Here's the developer, Alex Massey or Mass. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that's his name. So like you can customize your own characters, you can create your own house. So what I want to do is I want to take a look at some of these videos and see, and we're gonna see what the game is about. Let's start with this name customization. And I'm gonna move my camera over here. Alright, so that's the name feature. Like the one thing I like about that is how you can display your name any way you wish, like last name first if you want, because that's how a lot of people within Asian cultures display their names, like the last name before the first name. So little things like that is cool. So let's check out Meet Maggie, because there's a lot of stuff in there about that as well. Now, if you notice right there's what looks like a cat. So it looks like unlike Sims, you're gonna get pets out the box. That's a cool thing if you like furry creatures. And here's the creator software. You can adjust the height. So I wonder if that so you can like highlight bit by bit. So I wonder if that applies to the whole thing where you can like swap out parts or just customize each part of the clothing. So you can adjust your body type. That's a cool thing. just hair color. There's a detail mode, that's nice. Base, roots, and tips. That's a nice little touch, just individual parts of the hairstyle. Alright, let's take a look at another one. We met Maggie, so let's meet Sebastian. And we're taking a look at the house, and I guess this is part of like how the customization will look like. So there's some more editing options. Ooh, facial hair. So like there's a lot of little options below. I guess basic stuff where you like just select a certain option instead of doing full control. Then again, you might have full control over them, but that's okay either way. I've seen a lot of character creators where you can adjust the freckles, but not the intensity of the freckles. Hopefully we'll have, as far as the clothing, hopefully he'll have more options for the tops in the full product. Ugh. And hopefully there will be more options for tattoos as well. Alright. Let's see. Here's another thing I wanted to look at too. Like, you got a little bit more freeform control over like editing and placing objects than you do in The Sims. That's a cool thing. You can also adjust it either way. And you can even stack and flip them. So that's a pretty nice touch. Like in The Sims, is a lot more rigid. I mean, you can place like a lamp on a table, but you can't. But you don't have that much. But you don't have that really have that level of control. Another thing you notice, like, he took the lamp and he took the desk lamp and he placed it on the floor and created a floor lamp. So you've got that control over objects as well. Like, they turn into different objects depending on size, which is pretty nice. So if you're a Sims player who likes building and directing stuff, just like me, then you're gonna have a lot. It looks like you're gonna have a lot of fun with this game. All right. And here's another one: creating and editing lots. So ideally, you could create an entire neighborhood in this game. I know there's a lot of old hat people because a lot of these are over a year old, but still, this is my first time seeing a lot of this stuff, and I want to take a look at it. So you're actually dividing up land manually. Let's go back to that again. Yeah, you're dividing land manually. So I guess like in the game, they'll get on there and automatically build houses, or you can build houses each yourself. Again, if you like building stuff, then it looks like you're gonna love this feature. And my brother, he works in architecture, so I know he would like this. 70900. Oh boy, gotta hit the hay soon, but Here's some more of that customizable stackable stuff we saw earlier. And you're going to do it with a bed this time. So, like, unlike Sims, you can adjust the size of each object, and sometimes they turn to different objects depending on, like, what size they are. Like, right now they just turned that into a bunk bed. Paralives, Maggie's Loft. This is a pretty nice place. I love to live here. Of course, who knows how expensive. But, like, of course, I wonder if this is all built in or if they built this themselves, or you can adjust this all with the tools. Paralyzed cemetery. So he's just like, Paralyves, please wishlist on Steam. Okay, thanks. I think this is all just decorations. It's a Halloween themed decoration. Okay, curve walls to split up. Here's another one I want to look at. So you can create a house just like that. And you can create a curved wall. I don't think you can do that in The Sims either. That's a pretty nifty. That's a pretty nifty thing to have in there. Curved diagonal walls. They made a little stage. And here's more of the hair color. Ooh. Roots, split ends. All right. One more. Let's take a look at Sebastian's stuff. That is zip lining. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the game, I guess. If you can put those things in the game. Alright, so that's all the videos we've seen so far. Here's the Steam page, and as you can see, like, you can, that's another video they had. You can customize like objects, how they look with patterns and stuff. Matter of fact, let's see that video real quick. It's only 40 more seconds. So you got the wireless headphones. Now I know she got patterns. I'm wondering if there's gonna be like a create a satellite feature where you can edit each single color in the. In the patterns, because to me that was what Sims 4 was missing to create a style. They can create customize clothes and accessories, and your headset, your Beats by Dre. Let's take a look at the. You know what? One more video. color wheel, window seats, and kitchen. I think this goes into most detail about it. It's free form, but it can snap into place, and you can like create different. You can select different forms for it. So that's pretty nifty. Even adjusting the knobs, the amount of shelves. Like, I know it doesn't seem thing, but it's those little things that can immerse you into the game more than what they do. Now, one thing I will mention this about Sims 4, like this latest one, they've done a lot better with the representation. Like, if you want to create trans or non-binary characters, then the clothing is not just specific. You can even select if your character is able to get pregnant or get others pregnant, regardless of their gender. So, I'm wondering if Paralives will have that similar kind of feature. And also, like Sims has added more realistic body, like skin textures. So, like when you create a black person, it doesn't just seem like you gave a white person black skin or something. Back to this though, hopefully Paralives will have something similar. But I really like how they had that little light dimmer switch. So again, and like it's like with the customization, it's these little things that really put it over. So let's check out the Steam page. You live and then you die by at least doing a nice house. Paralives is an upcoming life simulation. Build your house, create some characters, and manage their lives any way you want. There's also an open neighborhood outside your walls to interact with, which you have jobs, friendships, and events to take part in. Your characters are designed to be distinct from other games as well as be visible in their environment. So while buildings and objects have more realistic look, the parafolks themselves are a bit more stylized. I did see that. They did have a pretty unique look. It's a pretty low res poly, but I think it's that way so that it'll be easier on one's computer. And like that's one of the bigger things that Sims appeals to. Like it's low res enough, so you don't need a. So if you're you don't need a graphically intensive computer to run it on, and that's part of the appeal for like casual gamers. There's a Discord and there's a Patreon page. So you're gonna have Steam Workshop integration to download creative user mods, houses, and characters. So that's a pretty cool thing. To have. I think any game with a creative component should have Steam Workshop if you release it on Steam. Let's view the discussions. Let's see what they're saying on the board. So they're using Unity engine. They're gonna make mod tools. This is gonna have an open world like Sims 3. Of course, they don't say anything about a possible release date or a price. Yeah, somebody's like doubting because it's been in development for so long. I don't blame them, but they do seem to be keeping people knowing about the situation. And here's the Patreon page, so you can select a level of support and see what you get from it. Your name in the credits. Shoot, I really need to hit the hay soon, but you become a townie if you donate like $50. I might donate to the Patreon. So you get 37 grand a month. So you have pets in season. These are going to be out the gate. And you won't have to buy them either. So that's one thing it has over The Sims. It's kind of like freeform. And here's the team that they're working with. So he worked on PewDiePie's Super Simulator. Demo projects for Unity's Project Tiny. Now he's working with Unity, so it's another one of those types of games that run on the engine, and it looks like he really knows his way around it. So yeah, this is definitely not one of those asset flips style games. It looks like he's got a pretty small. It looks like he's got a pretty small team too. Recruit a composer create a unique soundtrack for Paralives. And you can read about updates by becoming a Patreon. I might join it, but usually I'm skeptical about crowdfunded stuff. Now here is the webpage. View game FAQ. It's all online game. It's a single player game, so that's good. Advanced character editor called Paramaker. And these link to some of the videos I already showed you earlier. Gridless construction. Boathouses, huh? Ooh. Oh boy. Okay, so a lot of it we still don't know about, like the release date, the cost, and all that. So that's one reason why I might be skeptical. Some people might be skeptical. Features are not planned for the initial release. Active jobs in schools. There will be jobs in schools at launch, but you won't follow your player folks there, or first-person mode, or Supernaturals in the occult. Well, Supernaturals in the occult, I can understand, because Sims didn't add them in later. The Supernatural was like one of my favorite expansion packs for Sims 3, but I don't mind them not here. I don't mind it like not being here first, because like they got to get the basics out the way. One time I launched, but more worlds in the world creation tool will come later after the initial release. Simple gibberish language, what reflects the seasons. Advanced personalities and AI for the pair of folks. So, oh boy. Never record videos late at night, folks. Alright, so, oh, here's the Instagram page. This is a lot of images. So the way you can like decorate the little stuff. And they got pets, unlike Sims. I doubt they'll have horses though. Place a zip line. Huh. Ah, so you can make that. That's nice. Stackable objects. So it's these little things that are really going to push it over. Of course, it's going to come down to the gameplay, but unlike the other previews I did, it's not, well, obviously you do want good gameplay, but I think the building and customization are really going to be what's going to put it over. And here's the Twitter page. What are they saying on Twitter? They're currently not offering beta testing or free game keys. It's a free scam. It's a scam, so only trust yada yada yada. So it's still a long ways out. It'll still be a long ways out. Hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later that we'll be able to see more news on it, like a release date or maybe Steam Early Access. If I had to guess, probably sometime next year, maybe. But yeah, that's Paralives. If you're looking for an alternative to The Sims, and Lord knows we need it, then you'll want to check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you seen it before? What do you think about it? Do you think it's gonna be good? or is there another game like it that you think I should take a look at? But for now, I got some more stuff that I'm working on, so make sure you subscribe. If you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you know when I put out new videos, and join me every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Twitch if you want to see my live streams. Also, if you want if you want to see adult-rated video games, I have an OnlyFans at Screwface Cabal. So, that's it. It's 1:07 in the morning, 11:11. Happy Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. It's Tuesday night going on to Wednesday morning, so I'm gonna hit the hay. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of the week. Have a great Veterans Day, and I'm out of 51,000 G, kinfolk.